Welcome to the Biopharma Business Intelligence Unit, where symbolic integrity meets strategic clarity. At BBIU, we go beyond the headlines to decode the structural forces behind global biopharma, AI, and economic realignment. If you value precision, verification, and symbolic depth, this channel is for you. Subscribe now to access our weekly briefings, dossiers, and intelligence reports, and consider joining our institutional tier to unlock early warning systems, custom metrics, and exclusive strategic insight. You're not just listening, you're entering the future of epistemic intelligence. www.biopharmabusinessintelligenceunit.com.
Korean household liquidity drain versus credit expansion, a case of symbolic misalignment. Executive summary. South Korea's banking sector witnessed an unusual divergence in October 2025. Deposits in the five major commercial banks, KB Shinhan, Hana, Woori, NH Nongyup, declined by $20.19 trillion, $44.2 billion in just 1 month, while outstanding balances on revolving credit lines, minus bank accounts, 마이너스통장, surged by $0.53 trillion, $373 million. Media reports suggested a direct causal link between deposit outflows and the rise in minus accounts, portraying the phenomenon as a unified movement of household funds. Our analysis finds this linkage flawed. The scale of the deposit exodus dwarfs the incremental growth in minus accounts. Instead, the bulk of liquidity outflow appears to have flowed into equity markets, cryptocurrency trading, and real estate down payments, while minus accounts represent a parallel mechanism of leverage, not the destination of withdrawn deposits. This creates a symbolic misalignment. Headline unemployment remains at 2.5%, giving an image of stability, yet construction output collapsed by -14% YY. Household leverage is rising, and the banking system is losing liquidity. The disconnect between official indicators and underlying household stress reflects Korea's structural vulnerability in a high-debt, export-dependent economy. Structured BBIU opinion structural layer. The decline in deposits indicates a rapid reallocation of household savings towards speculative assets. Simultaneously, minus accounts are expanding because mortgage channels were blocked by government tightening. This dual shift, capital withdrawal plus leverage creation, heightens systemic fragility. Economic layer deposit losses reduce bank liquidity buffers, raising funding costs and pressuring interest rate spreads. Meanwhile, minus accounts are typically short-term, high-rate credit lines, which add repayment stress to households if asset markets reverse. Symbolic layer. Official unemployment, 2.5%, suggests stability, but the reality is symbolic misalignment. A labor-intensive sector, construction, -14% YY, is collapsing, while job gains come from low-productivity services and logistics. The export surge, semiconductors plus 22% YY in September, raises GDP but creates few jobs. Stability is therefore more statistical than substantive. Systemic risk layer. Liquidity drains plus leverage growth form a double bind. Korea risks being portrayed as resilient while the underlying household balance sheet deteriorates. This is consistent with earlier BBIU findings. Symbolic integrity is eroded when macro indicators conceal micro-level fragility. You've reached the end of the open section of this BBIU content. The complete analysis, with full data, structural frameworks, and extended annexes, is available exclusively to our subscribers. At BBIU, we believe the real value lies beyond headlines, in the depth of structural intelligence that helps leaders and organizations see further. If you want access to the complete archive and future reports, join us at BBIU and take part in the next level of analysis.